like to eat?
What would you like to eat?
Our company employed about 100 people.
Our company employed about 100 people.
We need more than listening. We need action.
We need more than listening. We need action.
So do I see you later. Keep in touch.
So do I see you later. Keep in touch.
Should I go this way, or that way?
Should I go this way, or that way?
Your right hand is swollen. Does it hurt?
Your right hand is swollen. Does it hurt?
Would you please pass the salt?
Would you please pass the salt?
It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit this afternoon.
It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit this afternoon.
Mr. Green is a member of the faculty.
Mr. Green is a member of the faculty.
State-owned enterprises are getting out of difficulty.
State-owned enterprises are getting out of difficulty.
The doctor's words made him feel comfortable.
The doctor's words made him feel comfortable.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What's the quickest way to get there?
What's the quickest way to get there?
Growth, however, brings new problems and concerns.
Growth, however, brings new problems and concerns.
The restaurant doesn't open until 7:45.
The restaurant doesn't open until 7:45.
You live here in the city, don't you?
You live here in the city, don't you?
Would you please give me a hand?
Would you please give me a hand?
I was born on November 1st, 1935.
I was born on November 1st, 1935.
How far is it to the university?
How far is it to the university?
Can I take a message for him?
Can I take a message for him?
Is there a bus to the airport?
Is there a bus to the airport?
Yes, I want to buy a shirt.
Yes, I want to buy a shirt.
This round table weighs about 45 pounds.
This round table weighs about 45 pounds.
What do you think you are doing?
What do you think you are doing?
What's your brother planning to do tomorrow?
What's your brother planning to do tomorrow?
I can't believe a word you say.
I can't believe a word you say.
How long did the movie last?
How long did the movie last?
After eating breakfast, I go back upstairs again.
After eating breakfast, I go back upstairs again.
What will the weather be like tomorrow?
What will the weather be like tomorrow?
Do you know any of those people?
Do you know any of those people?
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
I'll probably stay home and watch television.
I'll probably stay home and watch television.
What do you think of my children?
What do you think of my children?
Who do you think you're talking to?
Who do you think you're talking to?
See you again in the near future.
See you again in the near future.
I beg your pardon. Is this seat taken?
I beg your pardon. Is this seat taken?
My right arm hurts. It hurts right here.
My right arm hurts. It hurts right here.
Which direction is it to the theater?
Which direction is it to the theater?
Do you know what time it is?
Do you know what time it is?
How many passengers were on the train?
How many passengers were on the train?
Somebody's knocking at the door. I'll answer it.
Somebody's knocking at the door. I'll answer it.
Excuse me, sir. Can you give me some information?
Excuse me, sir. Can you give me some information?
Which one of those men is Mr. Taylor?
Which one of those men is Mr. Taylor?
My friend reads and writes several languages.
My friend reads and writes several languages.
I wish I had never met you.
I wish I had never met you.
Do you have glue? I need some here.
Do you have glue? I need some here.
What kind of breakfast did you have?
What kind of breakfast did you have?
They misplaced this book under other categories.
They misplaced this book under other categories.
We enjoyed driving along the new expressway.
We enjoyed driving along the new expressway.
Would you please do me a favor?
Would you please do me a favor?
He was absent yesterday. Do you know why?
He was absent yesterday. Do you know why?
Please make an appointment with my secretary.
Please make an appointment with my secretary.
The doctor examined the soldier's wound carefully.
The doctor examined the soldier's wound carefully.
What kinds of vegetables do you have?
What kinds of vegetables do you have?
Whichever you choose, you won't be satisfied.
Whichever you choose, you won't be satisfied.
She intends to make teaching her profession.
She intends to make teaching her profession.
The people in Shenyang are very friendly.
The people in Shenyang are very friendly.
Are you used to the food here?
Are you used to the food here?
I'm telling you for the last time.
I'm telling you for the last time.
The meat packing industry is developing fast.
The meat packing industry is developing fast.
A clear conscience laughs at false accusation.
A clear conscience laughs at false accusation.
Yes, I'd like to buy a book.
Yes, I'd like to buy a book.
How do you spell your last name?
How do you spell your last name?
Why isn't Mrs. Lee's cat catching the mice?
Why isn't Mrs. Lee's cat catching the mice?
Would you tell Mr. Green that I called?
Would you tell Mr. Green that I called?
You're just a good-for-nothing bum.
You're just a good-for-nothing bum.
By the way, who are you waiting for?
By the way, who are you waiting for?
Would you consider going north this summer?
Would you consider going north this summer?
Is he the tall man on the left?
Is he the tall man on the left?
What do you know about the 10th century?
What do you know about the 10th century?
He bothered me with a great many questions.
He bothered me with a great many questions.
It is said it will clear up tonight.
It is said it will clear up tonight.
She runs every day in order to lose weight.
She runs every day in order to lose weight.
Take a seat please, make yourself at home.
Take a seat please, make yourself at home.
I hope you enjoy your stay with us.
I hope you enjoy your stay with us.
I didn't see Mr. Jones, but I saw John.
I didn't see Mr. Jones, but I saw John.
Could you come back home early this evening?
Could you come back home early this evening?
I'll probably have eggs and toast for breakfast.
I'll probably have eggs and toast for breakfast.
Which one is the longest river in China?
Which one is the longest river in China?
We are all taking medicine against the disease.
We are all taking medicine against the disease.
What do you plan to do tomorrow?
What do you plan to do tomorrow?
I have bought a ticket for a sleeper.
I have bought a ticket for a sleeper.
It says a storm may come next month.
It says a storm may come next month.
I graduated from Yale University 5 years ago.
I graduated from Yale University 5 years ago.
I would rather sleep than watch this movie.
I would rather sleep than watch this movie.
My brother got up earlier than I did.
My brother got up earlier than I did.
This joke has gone a little too far.
This joke has gone a little too far.
My son wants to get married in June.
My son wants to get married in June.
Fashion is a very popular magazine in America.
Fashion is a very popular magazine in America.
What do you dislike most about this movie?
What do you dislike most about this movie?
If you have more, please give me some.
If you have more, please give me some.
Will you pick me up at my place?
Will you pick me up at my place?
John doesn't go out even in the summer.
John doesn't go out even in the summer.
I gave much time to the old car.
I gave much time to the old car.
He is a doctor. He has his own practice.
He is a doctor. He has his own practice.
I get up before 6 o'clock every day.
I get up before 6 o'clock every day.
Really? I was introduced to her just last weekend.
Really? I was introduced to her just last weekend.
You had already gone when I arrived there.
You had already gone when I arrived there.
I usually go to bed at about midnight.
I usually go to bed at about midnight.
After brushing my teeth, I put on my clothes.
After brushing my teeth, I put on my clothes.
How are you going? Are you going by boat?
How are you going? Are you going by boat?
I finished working at 5:30 and went home.
I finished working at 5:30 and went home.
They stared at the huge tiger with awe.
They stared at the huge tiger with awe.
I grew up right here in this neighborhood.
I grew up right here in this neighborhood.
He addressed the audience in an eloquent speech.
He addressed the audience in an eloquent speech.
We should make good use of our time.
We should make good use of our time.
Geographically, China is located in the northern hemisphere.
Geographically, China is located in the northern hemisphere.
The president-elect will be installed next week.
The president-elect will be installed next week.
Yes, I'm applying to work at the library.
Yes, I'm applying to work at the library.
What will you have for breakfast tomorrow morning?
What will you have for breakfast tomorrow morning?
I'm going skating in the Alps next month.
I'm going skating in the Alps next month.
He added some wood to increase the fire.
He added some wood to increase the fire.
Oh, thank you. How have you been these days?
Oh, thank you. How have you been these days?
I never want to see your face again.
I never want to see your face again.
I have just heard from my sister, Mary.
I have just heard from my sister, Mary.
She is a member of the ski club.
She is a member of the ski club.
What will it be after the clear weather?
What will it be after the clear weather?
Trust me, the game is really worth playing.
Trust me, the game is really worth playing.
Would you help me lift this heavy box?
Would you help me lift this heavy box?
My sister has been engaged for 2 months.
My sister has been engaged for 2 months.
The weight is too much for my height.
The weight is too much for my height.
The doctor began to operate on the boy.
The doctor began to operate on the boy.
Do you have any plan for your career?
Do you have any plan for your career?
I then take a bath in the bathroom.
I then take a bath in the bathroom.
Linda speaks as if she were a boss.
Linda speaks as if she were a boss.
Sorry, it's broken. You have to use the stairs.
Sorry, it's broken.